Hello, everyone. Hope you all are doing well. So, last Saturday, which was May 14th, 2022, there was a WNBA game that I watched. And of course, there were a few games throughout the week. And I'm going to get to the Phoenix Mercury and Seattle Storm game in a minute. That was Saturday, like I mentioned, May 14th. I just want to talk about how I just don't like how they advertise these games and then they want to put it on Facebook. They say it's on Twitter. They say it's on these other networks. And I just don't like it when they do that because sometimes it's hard to watch it. Like, I think it was, I'm trying to remember what game that was on this week. Well, it was one of the WNBA games that they were saying, oh, they're going to put it on Facebook. And then when I got on Facebook, something was going on with Facebook where they didn't put the game on right away. Like the players were playing, but I think something was going on with Facebook. Something, it was some trouble that was going on as to why they didn't post the video on Facebook right away. But the players were already playing. I think they just had trouble putting it on Facebook. And I don't like that. I like it when it's just on regular TV. That way you don't have to worry about anything. Because sometimes when when there are games on Facebook, sometimes I don't bother to watch it. I'll say, well, if it's on national TV, then I'll watch it. Because that's just a headache trying to watch it on Facebook, watch it on Twitter, and then all these other apps. That can be a headache. So, me, I just prefer when the games are on regular television. So, there was a game on Saturday, Phoenix Mercury and Seattle Storm, which was on television. That was May 14th, Saturday. And Phoenix Mercury beat Seattle Storm. You know, I felt that Seattle Storm could have beat Phoenix Mercury because Seattle Storm was leaving Phoenix Mercury with too many open shots. Like Tarasi played a good game. She scored like maybe over 4 3-point shots. That was ridiculous. And I felt like the players on Seattle Storm were not stopping these Phoenix Mercury players. Like we have another 3-point shooter, Cunningham. She's another 3-point shooter. Like you don't leave these 3-point shooters open. And Phoenix Mercury, they have good 3-point shooters on the team. I noticed that with the team. Now, I want to talk. I also want to discuss about Sue Bird. Okay, I'm not trying to be mean or diss or anything. This is just my opinion. If you feel the other way about her, that's your opinion. Hey, that's how you feel. But by watching that game Saturday, I was like, okay, it's time for Sue Bird to retire. Because she kept making all these 3-point shots. That girl only scored 2 points that game. And she kept trying to make these 3-point shots. And she was missing. She missed all her 3-point shots. I'm not going to say how many she missed because she missed so many. And I'm like, why is this girl keep. Okay, it's okay to try to shoot a three. Try to shoot the three if you're playing. It's nothing wrong with that. But when you're constantly missing, you got to be like, okay, I got to go in the paint. And I think that was the problem. She should have just tried to drive in the paint and get fouled. And she probably would have had more than 2 points. But by the way she was playing, she wasn't playing like she'd been in the WNBA forever. I was like, okay, it's time for you to retire, Sue Bird. Like, I seriously think she needs to retire. Because she did not play well that game. It's like she was just trying to score 3-point shots that wasn't working for her. If you try to shoot 2 or 3 and you see it's not working, then you got to say, okay, I got to drive in the paint. Or at least 2. After that, like if it was me after two tries, I would have been like, okay, let me drive in the paint and try to get fouled. But that was just she just played a bad game. I don't know. And last year I thought she was going to retire. Then I guess she decided to play again this year. But I think Sue Bird need to just, like, after this year, like, just really consider retiring. That's just my opinion. So, as far as the Seattle Storm, players. There were some players on the team that were trying to step it up a bit. Like we have Lloyd. She was I think she was the player that was knocking down most of the shots. Last name is Lloyd. I think she did maybe about 2 3-point shots or more. And I felt like she was very persistent in the game. And Seattle didn't do well, on I would say defense and offense. They didn't do too well on like both, like defense and offense. They weren't even trying to stop Taurasi because Taurasi, I think she scored maybe like 24 points or possibly more in the game. They should have been trying to stop Taurasi in the game. And I felt like they didn't stop the players that needed to be stopped. That's why they lost. The score was 69-64. Seattle should have won that game, in my opinion. It was just a lot of errors, like just not stopping players that are making these threes. They're not stopping Taurasi. They're not really stopping Skylar Diggins. I think they tried to guard her a little bit, but the main person they should have been stopping was Taurasi. And I know Cunningham, she's a good 3-point shooter. They should have been trying to at least double team or triple team on her. That was the problem with Seattle Storm. And I felt like they had plenty of opportunities to get it right, at least during the last few seconds of the fourth quarter. Because as I said, the score was 69-64. So the last few seconds of the fourth quarter, I think they had the opportunity to beat Phoenix Mercury. And another thing they were doing, they kept losing the ball. That was another problem with the team, losing the ball. So that's just something, I'm going to keep up with the team. I just hope they get better throughout the other games because I am rooting for them. But those are just the errors they made. So I'm basically done talking about the game. I know that there was another game, Indiana and ATL, Atlanta Dream. I know they played over the weekend. So Renee Howard, she's playing like she's a veteran. Like she is showing why she was the number 1 pick. And she's playing her butt off. And she's a great player. And I know she's going to be the star on ATL Dream. And she's making 3-point shots. I'm like, oh, okay, wow. She's really doing good in the WNBA. And on Indiana Fever, so actually Atlanta Dream beat Indiana Fever. So Indiana Fever, I know they've been losing a few games. They have a lot of improvements they need to work on. So by watching Indiana Fever game, I felt that Destiny Henderson should have been starting the game. And I don't know if it's me, but I just think that when Destiny Henderson is in the game, it's a whole different game. Like the game just turns up. And when she's not playing, it's a whole different game. Like the vibe is not there. Like the team don't have confidence. But when she's in the game, it's just a totally different team. So I don't know what's going on. And I know that game, Lexi Ho scored her first points, which is good because she wasn't scoring any points. But, the WNBA is just starting. And, I'm not going to down Lexi Ho because I think by her being in WNBA, she just needs to get her confidence. She needs a confidence booster. And I think her confidence is coming back up because she was playing very well in Stanford. But I think with the WNBA, it's like different for her. It's just, she's just going through an adjustment right now. So I think she's adjusting. As she keeps playing, she's going to get there. I know she's going to get there because she's a great player. I like how she plays. And there was something else I wanted to talk about. Okay, so I also want to discuss about a game that recently happened. I didn't see it, but I saw the video on YouTube. They showed a clip of an argument between Skylar Diggins and Diana Taurasi. I don't know exactly what happened. I just clicked on YouTube and then the video popped up. And it says something about Diana Taurasi getting into a heated argument, something around that. But if you type in both of their names, them videos will probably come up and you see they were having a disagreement about something. And I wish there was more details as to why they were going at it. I don't know what happened. It looks like Skylar Diggins was upset and she got up and just dished out why she was mad or saying this person did what. I don't know. I can't say what exactly happened. They just showed like a clip. They didn't like show the words being exchanged. I wish I heard the words being exchanged, but I don't know what happened. It seemed like it was just a disagreement of what happened on the court. She seemed like she was just very pissed at Diana, and all I know, I saw her get up, and then Diana ended up getting up, like she was trying to defend somebody, something around that. I could be wrong, but I know her and Diana were like had some words that were exchanged, and they didn't seem too happy with one another. And yeah, and what else did I see? Oh, okay. Here's another one I want to talk about. Avina Westbrook. I know I mentioned she was cut from Seattle Storm. I happened to see another game. I know it was Minnesota Lynx, and it was a team they were playing. I think it was Chicago Sky, and I happened to see Avina Westbrook on the court. I was like, oh, okay, good for her. She got on the team. She was playing very well, so I'm happy to see that she's on the team because when I heard she got cut, I'm like, what, is she going to play in the WNBA? What's going on with her? But I just happened to see the Chicago and Minnesota Lynx game, and I spotted her on the court, and I was like, oh, wow, she's playing. I was like, good for her. All right, so that's all I want to discuss. Keep watching basketball. I'm going to keep watching the games. So you all have a great day.